After the Elite Spec reveals, particularly the live stream about Amalgam, we all thought that this was gonna be one of the best builds and best Elite Specs in this new beta. And we were right. If you've done any PvE right now, you're gonna realize that it's doing insane amount of damage with almost no effort. 40k plus, 50k plus, insane amount of damage on power and on Condi. And you can already go to Snowcross and check out the builds and try them yourselves. But there's actually not only 2 builds that you can see here. There are actually 4. They're just hidden there. So in this video, we're gonna go through exactly what they are, so you can test them out and have fun with maybe the best spec in the entire beta. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning, and let's get into it. Now this one here, Power Amalgam, is the one that we've all been seeing most of the time, as it is one of the easiest ones to play. You bring Hammer, you bring 4 Berserkers, Rune of the Drone Hunter, and you pick these traits here. Now we don't have actually the rotation for it, but it more or less goes like this. You put all your bombs down in order for them to explode and trigger some beautiful combo fields, and you try your best to destroy them all, to blast them all to get more damage with your weapon abilities and with your morph abilities. Then, because you have this particular trait, Symbiotic Energy, if you use Evolve, you will be getting all of your Evolves back once more, which will make you get those abilities again and do more damage. Now, I don't know exactly the opener because we haven't gotten an actual video or anything along those lines, or a rotation concept, but it should work and look something like this, right? Just put all the bombs, you make the thing explode, you probably press 5 there faster, I mistaked, and then you keep going there, keep triggering your stuff, put the bombs once more, use your elite in the middle time, and keep going. I know I probably did this incorrectly, but I was already doing 40k right there. I'm gonna do it again because I feel kind of bad that I do it incorrectly. Hold the mine, put all this stuff here, press 5 so we can get the combo, start pressing all these buttons, go into Evolve to restart our stuff, and do it again, press this, go there, and then again, and something along those lines, right? You keep going, you put your bombs again, as you did before, and you keep going. So it's a bit complicated. It's not as easy as you maybe would want, but it's a pretty fun build and not too hard compared to some of the other kit builds that you have on NG. But there's a second build that I was testing a little bit before. Also, I just realized that I needed Mercurial Tendencies. It's in the Snowcross build, but I kind of made a mistake there. But the other build instead doesn't go for Bloodstone Relic. In the Bloodstone... Oh, I was playing with that one. Jesus Christ. Well, normally in the build that we just saw, you would go for Bloodstone Relic because every time you use a combo field with a blast finisher, it will do more damage, right? That's why we're doing that. But instead, with this build, we go for Relic of the Claw. Same setup as before, even the same traits, but instead of the bomb kit, you go for Solid State. And that is literally the only change. That and Solid State, and the thing is that this is a stun. This does Defiance Break. So, it will trigger your Relic of the Claw, and it will trigger Mercurial Tendencies, making your Evolve go down in cooldown. Now, all of the things that you're gonna do that do CC in the other build will also reduce your cooldown, but this time we're gonna be focusing on that more than the Bloodstone one, so we can actually just make it a bit of an easier build. So instead, now you just press kind of all of your buttons. You throw in man, you do all your tool abilities, you evolve instantly, you start using your CC as well, because you're gonna get your beautiful evolve to go down in cooldown, and then you can use your evolve abilities, again your morph abilities, while you're waiting for evolve to come back. And here it comes, we use it once more, boom, we start using our CC, and of course also our morph skills, and you kind of just keep going. It is a way simpler build, no kits, and you don't do the exact insane amount of damage that we were talking about before, but you do a pretty good amount. And the only thing you have to consider is to, well, press all the buttons as fast as you can. And believe me, guys, that's the type of gameplay that I like. And look at that. And I'm not doing this correctly because obviously I haven't practiced this too much, but we're doing already 40k DPS. And you can just continue that way if you don't want to go for one kit. Pretty simple, way more chill, and you know, after you have a little bit of more practice with this, you can move on to the one kit one if you want to do way more damage. Now, I would love to talk about the condition amalgam build that it is in Snowcross, but I don't think I have the IQ or hands like Crone does right here to do what you're gonna see right now. Yeah, this is a little bit crazy, guys. Look at them going to just in between weapon to grenade to flamethrower to evolve. Like it's too hard. It's too much. It's too much. Now it's pretty cool that you use double helix, so you get 2 charges of evolve while also having carbolic composition to make your amalgam skills do poison on a hit. But look at this build that also Crone did, also on the wrong video. Hitless Condi amalgam for the haters. And yeah, this is essentially just, well, hitless amalgam. That's it. And the thing about this build, guys, is that it uses spear, and spear is so fun on amalgam, on engineer normally, because you just press all the buttons and it works. It also has a very cool animations that really work on amalgam. They just fit, right? And the entire idea of this build is just, yeah, you press all the buttons. Now you change a few of the things. You also, instead of taking offensive particle pierce, you go for defensive particle thorns. But you have liquid state, which you become the little puddle. You have flame turret as well to do some fire damage. You get obviously the carbolic composition here to get the amalgam skills to inflict poison on heads, and of course double helix to get yourself 2 evolves, so you can get better attributes. Well, I guess it just makes the the evolve last for longer, right? And no, actually, wait, forget it. I read it wrong. Yeah, effectiveness increased from the attributes. Yeah, you get longer evolve and better attributes. You'll go for Relic of the Fractal, full Vipers with Rune of the Trapper. I had the wrong rune. Oh, that's nice. Seals of Earth and Seals of Torment for your spear. And then you go in and you press all of your buttons very, very fast. I actually should have... you want to start with your evolve. Let's start that over. That was a bit of a mistake. Because unlike the other times where your evolve would actually restart your F2, your 3, or 4 that do damage, of course, this time it doesn't. It just gives you attributes, which you want to start with in order to do big damage, right? You just put your turret, go and evolve, and do your abilities with the most amount of damage on your kit. Now you can go check out the build from Crone to get the exact rotation. I'm not gonna go through it. I want you guys to go there and actually, you know, watch this video and go, or wait until the Snowcross guide is for it. But yeah, just kind of press all your buttons very, very fast, and you'll be doing a lot of damage and have a lot of fun. Of course, the most important part as well from this is to be using your evolve in order to keep all of your attributes, right? So yeah, big damage, big happiness. Now, a few things that I've kind of realized by playing this. One, I think Innervating Alloy is going to be very, very good in PvE because, well, it heals you every second while you have barrier. And this really helps a lot with Meteoric State because this will give you this little thing, Symbiotic Shielding with your F1, that will give you barrier. So if you ever need to heal, you just pop some barrier. You will not only have some barrier to protect yourself, but also get some healing. You can also take a Stainless Steel here to get some Boon Conversion, and Hardened Chrome if you want some protection for yourself. But this is only if you're not really in a group situation. In a meta, in a raid, I'll probably go for Innervating Alloy, especially if you have someone giving you barrier a lot of the time. And that's, you know, very common in PvE. Now, I will say there's one little thing that I don't really like about this spec. And that is that we don't really have a lot of stun breaks. And by a lot, I mean like none. I would expect to have one stun break in our F2, F3, F4, but you don't. All of them are coming from the evolve, which I guess is fine because you can just use it, but like it's gonna be part of your rotation, so you're not gonna get any stun break at all. And I guess you could take Silver Lining to make your morph skills gain strain bonuses at the and reduce duration, but this is gonna destroy your damage, so is that really worth it? Probably not. Your utilities, there's not really much you can change either in the power build or the Condi build. Even something like Solid State doesn't stun break you. Not even Liquid State. How is this not stun breaking you? Like, you become a puddle. What even is that? Like, It kind of bothers me, especially in PvE where you really wanna, if you get stunned, you wanna get out of there, right? And yeah, you could bring offensive protocol demolish, which is not gonna be that big of a damage loss, but it will give you stability. Oh, actually, it will make your evolve give stability, which is part of the rotation, so you can't even use it as a utility. I guess you could go and, you know, get yourself like Elixir U or something, which is fine, or Elixir S. It's just, I don't know. I wish there was something else so I could use the new abilities. Huh, I guess you have Gaseous State, but Gaseous State is just, it's not that good. I don't know. You become, I don't know. Maybe I'm complaining over nothing. Or maybe I'm missing something. I could be wrong. You guys have commented some things that I actually didn't know about the game, so, you know, sometimes I'm wrong. So let me know if I am. The whole quickness and alacrity thing with contagious mutation doesn't work, by the way. You will not be able to give quickness and alacrity to other people. I mean, you will give a little bit, but not enough to actually be significant. Maybe there's gonna be like an insane build with like Troubadour plus Hold a Note plus like one Amalgam that is like giving you quickness and alacrity at the same time, but that sounds like a lot of work. And honestly, contagious mutation will make your damage, you know, kind of disappear, whether that is on power or on Condi, which is a little bit sad. I do think it's kind of like a cool little effect. But yeah, I mean, it's a damaging, it's a 33% less damage, right? Essentially, because you're not taking this, and you also don't get your evolve resetting your cooldowns of your morph abilities, and this, well, you don't get double helix. I feel like it would be the best to take on Condi. I feel like Condi wouldn't be that bad, but on power is pretty bad. But I don't know. It's an interesting effect, but you'll have to sacrifice a good amount of damage for taking it. Overall, I had a lot of fun trying this out, and I'm very, very excited to see how this works in other game modes, like in Warver's World or PvP, and I'm definitely interested to see what happens with the spec after it gets released. I would really heavily recommend you to try it. It's very, very fun. The animations are fun. For some reason, I don't really like the hammer one, and man, the liquid state does need to get fixed. That little puddle that it gives, and there's like nothing else. Yeah, that needs to become something different. But overall, very good spec, very fun spec, a lot of customization on it. Just a little bit of, you know, tinkering around the entire spec I think would be nice to make it a little bit better, but overall it's great. It's absolutely great. Heavily recommend you that. Big damage, so you can try it out and destroy bosses while it's here, unbalanced as it is. And yeah, there you go. But let me know what you guys think. Of course, go support Snowcrows. They're making all of this possible, checking those builds, making videos about it, benchmarks for it. So they're absolutely great. Go check them out. And yeah, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. See you around. Love you all. Ciao, ciao.